I used to train 6 days a week and my body was fighting me. I was exhausted, I was bloated, and I still wasn't reaching my weight loss goal. And I just couldn't understand why. If you can relate to this, then this video is for you. Hi guys, it's Susie and welcome back to my small but growing YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about consistency versus overtraining. Now, consistency can easily be mistaken for overtraining because if you say you're going to go to the gym 6 days a week, 7 days a week, and you actually show up 6 or 7 days a week, that is you being consistent. Now, the difference is burnout. The difference is crashing. And I'm gonna start off this video just by defining what overtraining is. Overtraining is when your body doesn't get enough time to rest and recover. So your hormones, metabolism, and your energy crashes. That is the main difference from consistency and overtraining. What you want is you want a solid plan that will enable you to be able to show up for yourself every single week and prevent burnout. You're going to be able to reach your goal much more easily if it is a sustainable plan that you are following through. So with overtraining, a lot of the times we don't even know that we are overtraining, and some of the signs might not stand out as much. So I'm going to go through some of the signs and maybe you can decide for yourself if you feel like you might be overtraining and you might have to have a different approach to your weight loss goal. So the first sign that you might be overtraining is sleep disturbances. So that includes having trouble trying to fall asleep, trouble falling and staying asleep, and also not feeling well rested after you've slept. So these are basically all of the sleep disturbances that you might be experiencing, which might be linked to overtraining. This will also in turn lead to the second sign, which is you feeling a bit tired throughout the day. You're feeling more tired, more fatigued, not being able to follow through. You might not even be able to go to the gym as much as you used to. You might find that you're drinking more coffee, you're more reliant on pre-workout to follow through with your exercises. These are all signs that you might be overtraining. A third sign is that your performance might slightly reduce or you might hit a plateau. And that's mainly because you're not allowing those muscles to rest and form those connections again. So your performance is not gonna increase. You might find that when you're trying to progressively overload or even your regular set, your personal best, you might find that you struggle more to hit those regular sets that you used to hit easy. With that, you might find that your form might be compromised. Your performance might reduce, which may lead to your form being compromised. So you're not able to complete the exercises with the best form and you're not going to really reap the best results from those exercises that you are putting in, which may lead to the fifth sign, which is injuries. You might find that because you're not able to complete the exercise with the correct form, that you might have more injuries, you might have more back pain, your knees might hurt a little bit more, you might twist your ankles a bit more. Regardless, you might see that you're prone to more injuries now. And it's kind of common sense because if you're going to the gym 6 or 7 days a week, the likelihood of you being injured increases by 6 to 7 times as well. So that is also a sign that you might have to look out for. And one of the signs that I really want to touch base on is, as a woman, your menstrual cycle might also be impacted by overtraining. So you might find that your period is delayed. You might find that your period is delayed, or it might be a bit heavier than it was before. Changes in your period, changes in the symptoms of the PMS symptoms you might have. You may be spiking the hormone cortisol, which actually prevents you from losing weight. You're basically working in vain. You're gonna have a harder time burning fat because cortisol is spiked. You might find that you are more inflamed, you're bloating a bit more. So what you can do to prevent that is prioritize rest days, prioritize sleeping, making sure you're getting 8 to 10 hours of sleep per night, making sure that you have a nighttime routine which allows you to disconnect Don't be scrolling through your phones before you go to sleep. I know it's hard, especially for me. It's so hard because I love that dopamine rush. So what I do is sometimes I put my phone in my drawer and then I get it in the morning when I wake up. But either way, just finding a way that you can have uninterrupted sleep would be the best way to approach that, as well as focusing on your nutrition, making sure that you're having high protein foods that's packed with fiber, that's packed with all of the nutrients that you may need to push you to reach your potential without burning yourself out. Another thing that you can include is having walking as your baseline, even for your rest days or your active rest days. Just having walking as your baseline for weight loss. When I tell you walking is the holy grail for weight loss, because it's a habit that you can establish, that you can stack other habits on top of that walking habit. You can call your mom, you can call your family, you can call your friends, you can watch your favorite show on Netflix while you're walking, you can scroll through TikTok, you can scroll through Instagram, and you can end up walking for 2 to 3 hours and not feel exhausted, versus running for 2 to 3 hours. You're gonna be tired, you're gonna be drained. The other day I was walking and I called my friend back in the Caribbean, and we were on the phone for 4 hours and I didn't even realize it. I ended up hitting about 30,000 steps because the conversation was so good. If I came home, I was just gonna be on the couch talking to them anyways. So I just stayed at the park and had the conversation and then went home when the conversation was over. That's just an example to show you that finding habits, finding things that enables you to reach your goal while it being sustainable and not pushing you to burnout is really important. So that's all I can really say. I'm gonna end the video here. Please leave a comment down below. Remember, this is a small YouTube channel. It's about 80 of us, 81 of us. Let's try and get it to 100 subscribers by the end of August. I'll be so happy if I get 100 subscribers by the end of August. Anyways, leave a comment down below if you reach to the end of the video. Leave this emoji, yeah, down below, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.